What's up, Laker family? You know who it is. You know what I do. It's your boy Urban coming from your mama's basement, baby. A little bit under the weather. But you know what? It's all good. I come to bring that fire. You know what I'm saying? And that's my whole thing about this. I love you guys, man, and I thank you. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in, dealing with my word and dealing with the way I talk. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna chew on a beef chewy steaky, baby, because that's me. But anyway, back to our free agent series, free agency and where I think players going to go. We're going to tune into no other, the brother from down under, you know what I mean? Sweet to be sour, the general of the floor, down in that state where, Elvis, played his guitar in the hometown of Elvis, Memphis, no other than the little small man, but bigger than the giant, your boy Mike Conley. So with that being said, I'm going to go right to CBS Sports. I'm going to break down his analysts and what they say about him. So let's get into it. All right. Game manager. Most often is construed as a negative, but Mike Conley embodies its very best definition. A smart athletic player who knows how to make sure everyone involved and where to get them the ball. Can set the offense and make quick passes to expose the defense. A quality shooter from the arc, able to catch and shoot with a quick release. Good finisher at the rim and has to be included in any conversation about the league's best defensive point guard. Not an alpha dog and won't take the game over. Not a dominant one-on-one scorer. Foot injuries has mounted and have impacted him the past 4 years. A player worth the max, but unlikely to leave Memphis. Though there have been great deals of noise in the past 2 months about that possibility. They are certain he resigning, but never say never. Teams that are interested are most likely Memphis, New York, San Antonio, and Utah. With that being said, I'm gonna get right into it. Hoop hypes. And in Hoop Heights, it says, the narrative all season around Conley was that he would stand in Memphis. However, sources close to Conley's camp say recently that Conley is more open to new situation than anyone in Memphis would be comfortable with. The narrative from those sources is that Conley is concerned that the Grizzlies cannot add enough to the roster to get them seriously into championship status, and if that does not happen, he's not willing to tie his career to Memphis in long terms. All right. Now, and also saying the dark horse in Conley's race is the Spurs. More than a few league insiders have pegged the Spurs as having more than a passing interest in Conley as a free agent. And much like with Durant, they are prepared to break apart some of their core to lock in another high-level player. Now, this is just sources, rumors, and all that. So if it's true or not, we don't know. But with that being said, Memphis, me seeing him going back to Memphis, I give it a 7 out of 10. Basically, what he said is that, listen, I can see him signing a 1-year contract, a 1-year deal. You know what I mean? Now, it's going to be kind of crazy because, remember, he got the foot injuries. So it's like, do you play with the 1-year deal or do I sign a long-term deal? Get all the money, just in case to protect myself if I get injured, along the way. Because you keep in mind, most often, if this guy get injured again, with another injury this year coming up, it might be hard for him to really get the money. Sometimes, you got to see how it plays out. With that being said, like I said, I only see a 7 out of 10 of him going back to Memphis. And that only depends on what Memphis do this offseason. If they go get players, if they, bring extra players in to help, help the team. Because Memphis play an old style of basketball, where they go with the two big with Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol. And sometimes it's a real slow tempo. It's almost similar to San Antonio's, that slow half-court offense. And then sometimes they get out on the floor and run because Gasol can run. Now Zach Randolph is like one of them back down type of players, So he's old, he's old polished type of player. Now with that being said, I can see them moving Zach Randolph. I can see them making a trade to bring some young quality players in so they can be a more up tempo type of team. Where the feature be more on Marc Gasol. And that also depends on how well Marc Gasol come back from his injury. So that's why I think Mike Conley has made decisions Gasol got hurt. There's no guarantee that he might be the same Gasol when he come back. These are decisions that you as a player have to make. Do I want to come back to a team that might not have an opportunity to never move to the next spot? They only to me, they're like 1 or 2 players away from being pretty much a good team. I mean, they could run with some of the good teams. A lot of people seen it. And there was certain playoff games where they beat certain good quality teams. Now, with that being said, also San Antonio, they're looking to get Conley. I mean, they're willing to make moves, change players. And one thing I can say about San Antonio is that I have much respect for this organization because they will find any way in their power to make things work. You know what I mean? A lot of teams, even though they're not a big marketing team, you know, as news, I mean, TV wise and all that. But with the CBA new movement and all that, it's pretty much helpful for those guys. Now they will probably move a lot of players in order to bring in other quality players to help them get over that hump. After them getting beat by OKC, because they need they if you notice this offseason, I mean not offseason, sorry. If you notice this past season, San Antonio tried to run a lot. San Antonio is never known for running. They used to a half court set offense. They try to get on the breaks and run a lot, and they played right into other teams' scheme, and it wasn't their flow, and they just got manhandled by teams that they should have really beat. You know what I mean? But with that being said, and the other team is New York. Now New York, they got a nice front, a front three with Porzingis, Melo, and Lopez. Now the problem is that they don't have no backcourt. You know what I mean? Carmelo was always the floor general. And that's not his type of game. I can really see them really having a point guard to bring that ball up. So New York is real high on trying to get Mike Conley, and Jordan Clarkson. That'd be a nice little backcourt for them guys. Conley at the point and Clarkson at the two. That'd be a strong team, man. I mean, New York. I mean, with that right there, that's automatic playoff. They weren't that far from the playoff. I think they won like 30-something games. So, me saying that Conley going to San Antonio or New York, I say Utah. I'm not gonna really get into Utah because I don't know where Utah is going right now. But with those two teams, San Antonio and New York, that's a possibility. And with me saying, Conley leaving to go to one of these teams, out of a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 5. But going back to Memphis, scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 7. So with that being said, it all depends on what Memphis does this offseason, as in picking up quality players to encourage Conley to stay. This your boy Urban. You know what I do. You know how it is. You know my thing, baby. I come to you with that raw material. And once again, free agency. Don't worry, my baby. I got you guys. I'm holding it down. With that being said, like, share, subscribe. Y'all guys have a blessed day. Love you guys. Be safe out there.